as Jerry uses the word overpaid. I know you're not convinced that that really applies here.
Yeah, a lot of money talk in that 90-minute-long press conference. But my takeaway is Jerry Jones, who is a brilliant owner, is playing chess when the rest of us are playing checkers, meaning he's saying all the right things that we probably all believe at this point in 2021 in March when everyone's dealing with cuts because of COVID. We're seeing the salary cap number go down. But Jerry knows something that maybe we all don't know, which is those TV deals are going to be lucrative, and the NFL is going to benefit from all that. So it may look and feel and seem like Dak is getting paid some big bucks, but I think Jerry knows he could be paying a lot more in the next few years if he didn't pay his quarterback now.
Yeah, this deal might look different a year or two from now than the way it looks right at this moment. That said, Rob Ninkovich, what concerns do you have now that this deal finally gets done?
Well, look, he better have a chip on his shoulder, Dak, because now all the pressure was on the Cowboys to get this deal done, and now it's done. So all the pressure goes to Dak. Now he's going to have to be the leader. He's going to be the one to take this team to the so-called promised lands of the Super Bowl, back to the glory days of the Cowboys. So I think that now with this contract in place, all eyes are on Dak. What can he do now? Can he make this team better than a 500 club at 8-8? Can the defense improve, and can they go and get pieces now that he has such a big contract? And these are all the issues that I'm sure the Cowboys were thinking about and going through when they were looking at the contract and the numbers. And, hey, if we pay this guy here, we pay him this number, where can we put other money at need? Because there's needs there. I mean, you look at their defense, there's definitely needs there on defense. You know, running back position, they're going to have to make a decision on. So we'll figure out what they do, but now all the pressure's on Dak.
Let's for a moment, if we can, analyze that sentence. What do you think of saying we have in Dak Prescott the closest thing to Tom Brady?
I think Michael Irvin's getting a little beside himself with that one. He's out of pocket with that comment just because, you know, this is a situation where you can't compare what the greatest quarterback of all time has done with Dak Prescott in the first 4.5, 5 seasons of his career. If you look at it by their age 28 season, Dak Prescott, he's got a playoff win, he's got a couple of division titles, but Tom Brady, at his age 28 season, had 3 Super Bowl titles and was 9-0 in the postseason. So it's a completely different conversation when we come to the greatest of all time.
Listen, I don't want to channel Stephen A here, okay? But with apologies or all due respect to him, I'm going to say what he always says. This is why the Cowboys drive everybody crazy. This is why the Cowboys drive everybody crazy. Because you can't just have a good young quarterback. He's got to be the closest thing to Tom Brady. We can't just be now on the right track. We're winning the Super Bowl next year. You stunk last year. Tedy Bruschi, the Cowboys stunk last year.
Cowboy fans should be fired up when Michael Irvin's fired up. Everybody's fired up that they got their quarterback signed, but still you got to understand, just because you get the money doesn't mean that now he's a better quarterback than he was. And this team has changed. This team has not changed. All you have is a quarterback now that gets paid a lot. Does that win you any football games? It does not. There's a long way for this team to go. They'll be competitive in the NFC East. Let's start there. That's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to start. And I think everyone, if you start looking at Dak, like now, he got paid, so now he's the guy. You got to look to him. He got to give you all the answers. Why? Why? Because he gets $40 million a year now? $40 million a year, won't complete any passes, won't play any defense. It's got to be, everyone's still got to look at their role as something they have to take upon themselves and not do any Dak watching during the course of any game and say, well, he got the money. What's he going to do? That's when you lose.
Yes, I love it. And Ninko, I want to make it clear, I'm not knocking Dak. Dak's not the one who said I'm the closest thing in the league to Tom Brady. Dak did everything he's supposed to do. But it is just all of this buildup that goes around it. They're talking about Super Bowl or bust, Ninko, for a team that didn't even come close to winning the worst division we've ever seen last year.
Look, first of all, Mike, why are you yelling so much? I feel like every time I hear Michael Irvin, he's always yelling very violently at the television. So anyway, let's move on from that. Dak doesn't have a Super Bowl ring yet. Dak hasn't won anything yet. So for me, I mean, all I can speak of as a player You earn your respect on that field, not through a contract, but through your performance and through your wins and losses. So for Dak, if he wants to earn more respect and leadership of everyone around the league, he's got to go out there and he does have to win a Super Bowl. I mean, look, you pay a guy that much money, he's expected to be one of the best or the greatest right now in the league. So he's got to go out there, he's got to perform, he's got to win Dallas a Super Bowl. You think Jerry Jones wants to go back to the playoffs? No. Jerry Jones wants to win a Super Bowl.
Teddy, why are you laughing?
I'm just saying, there it is, Nick. I'm telling you, don't get caught up. I mean, that talk of, I mean, you get paid, so now you got to get it done. It's not reality. Getting paid is just timing. It's the timing and the position. The quarterback gets the money. Who's next in line? Whoever's next in line might pass up Dak. So now, does that make that team the Super Bowl contender? It does not. Dak is the same player. We got to make sure Dak's okay physically, and they probably have before they even signed him. But to say anything to the fact that now that you got your contract, now it's time, it just doesn't happen that way. And I think Dak is calm enough and has mentality, which is, to Michael Irvin's point, very similar to Tom's. Any money, any situation, anything said is not going to affect him. He's going to go out there and try to do a job and win football games, no matter if he was on the franchise tag, if he wasn't paid, or if he was paid.
Dianna, give us a final thought here.
The great Bill Parcells taught me years ago when I started covering the NFL, the market sets what a quarterback makes. It has nothing to do with talent. Don't confuse it. Do not say because this guy gets paid that means he's going to win you Super Bowls. It's just what the market has set at this point. And we have very classy Patriots on the show today, and I know Tedy very well. I work with him a lot, Greeny. I know what he really wants to say. Do not use the name Tom Brady in the same sentence of Dak Prescott when he's won nothing. Let's slow your roll, Michael Irvin.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.